recording. So here's the template. Oh, are you recording it?
I just started it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then you have the recording and I have the document, so I can just email you the document at the very end of this. Okay, perfect. How did everyone do on the test? I can tell you that I did terribly, but my appeals, thank goodness, saved me.
Oh, yeah.
I did way better on the last test, and my appeals helped me also. So that's good.
Let's see, Stacy Wood and Kevin. Okay, perfect. And then you'll go ahead and put the link in. So I'll just leave that empty. Our assigned topic was bankruptcy.
Chapter 13, bankruptcy.
Perfect. Okay, and then our example. I can share my example first if you guys want.
Sure.
Okay, so my example, I wrote it down. It's probably isn't the best example of bankruptcy, but it's just one that I think happens a lot. So Bob and Linda start a store in their small town. They have investors who have invested quite a bit. When they open the store, it's quite a hit. However, it slowly starts losing customers and staff. After only a year of being open, they see what they're making is not enough to cover what they spend for the store. They put their home up for sale and then the store. They have overspent their budget and do not have enough to make ends meet for their business. They declare bankruptcy and leave town. So that's my example. I didn't know if I was supposed to use numbers.
Is that liquidation though?
Because they sell their house, yes, but it's still a form of bankruptcy. Did it have to be a specific bankruptcy?
Yeah, we're supposed to do chapter 13.
Oh man, I thought it was just bankruptcy in general. Oh well, then we won't use my example. Never mind.
It's still a good example.
Sorry. I read it and I was like, okay, bankruptcy. I guess I just didn't see the chapter 13 part.
I live my life like that, so I get. And your mind is on other things, so I understand.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, you guys.
My question just is, do I still need to make my mortgage payments after I file bankruptcy for chapter 13 bankruptcy? And if you want to keep your house, you need to make the mortgage payments. So what do you have for us, Courtney?
So mine is a made-up company. So it's Trade Group Corp is a corporation that helps different tradespeople sell their products and services. Trade Group Corp has invested all of its money into advertising for all the different tradespeople and their business. Trade Group has many debts that they're about to default on. In order to be able to keep a portion of their business intact, they decided to speak with each of their creditors and make a plan to reorganize the company and pay off their debts. They have discussed what each creditor needs to be satisfied with the compromise. Each creditor has received the same treatment. Hopefully, Trade Group Corp will be able to work with some of these businesses in the future.
So that's all great. Is that chapter 13 in your question or example? Is a judge brought in, or did the company just go to the creditors on their own to make a deal?
I didn't specifically say that a judge was brought in, but that's generally what happens. I mean, sometimes there are, because they said in the video that you could do it without going to a judge, but it would cost more. And so usually it's done.
Is it really bankruptcy if you did your company just go to their creditor and make a deal? Or did they actually enter into a bankruptcy protection? And
it would be like a bankruptcy protection.
Okay.
It's just them because the businesses aren't going to get all of their money back.
I see.
They're compromising so that they can at least get some money back instead of, because with chapter 13, they get at least as much as they would get with a chapter 7, which is liquidation. Yes. And likely more than what they would get. And so it might take longer, but it
essentially chapter
Let's look at the
13
money.
is a less than 5-year repayment plan of debts.
I think it's 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did it wrong. I did a chapter 11 because chapter 13 is for individuals, not.
Yeah, it is.
Looks
And
like we just rough week for all of us. Stacey's got it. I had to rebuy the book, and I bought it on
Oh.
Amazon, and now it's telling me that I don't have access to the book anymore. So I think I'm gonna have to buy it again. So this will be my third time buying a book.
so frustrating when
gosh.
that happens.
I don't know why it's not working. Because I was looking and I was like, maybe I read the wrong chapter because I bought it, did everything, and I haven't looked at it since. And now I'm just, I guess I have to, maybe I'll just buy the in-person book. Then I won't have any issues ever again. Okay, well, Stacey, if your example is the only one that is actually accurate, then we should just use your example.
Is it though? Okay, let me find it again.
I don't know.
Of course,
I'm gonna have to, I don't have access to my
still
book
need to make
again,
the
so I don't know what 13.
do I still need to make my mortgage payments after I file chapter 13 bankruptcy? That's my question. And the answer is if you want to keep your house, you'll need to make all the mortgage payments directly to the lender beginning the month after filing chapter 13 bankruptcy. Is what I found.
Yeah, for chapter 13, it's like a chapter 11 for businesses, except it had like you make a plan to pay off all your debts, but you have to have like a small amount of debt in comparison to like a liquidation.
So less than 383,000 per unsecured, and secured 1,100,000. So if you're living where Catherine lives, that may not cover your house price. But if you're living where I live, it's going to cover your house price. I don't know, probably where you live too.
Yeah.
House prices are a little less here.
Lucky.
Lucky. Do we want to use my question or come up with a new one?
I'm okay to use yours. I mean, mine was obviously not the right kind of bankruptcy for this example.
Mine wasn't either. I mean, we could change mine to like an individual instead of a company, but it doesn't matter to me, honestly.
Okay, we can do that. Where did it go? Courtney, do you want to enable screen sharing, or Stacey, whoever is the host, so that I can show the document, just because I feel like that makes it a little bit easier.
Okay, it has it marked so all participants can share.
Okay, I can share it now. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll copy this and put it in the chat for you, so you can just copy and paste.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And did you say we're changing it?
Yeah, we'll have to change it.
Okay.
To like just a singular person, Eliza. Well, mine doesn't completely work. I was gonna say like Eliza has gone into significant amount of debt, but she is still able to pay off her debt within 5 years. If she works really hard, she won't have to liquidate all of her uh, 'cause, 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 '
I don't know about the liquidation part, Courtney. I haven't studied it, I'm sure, as much as you have, but I didn't get that part of chapter of filing. chapter
She does
13.
not have to liquidate.
Okay,
That's what I was saying, yeah. She does not have to liquidate her estate.
she can keep her house, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Her assets. That's what it is.
Yes, assets. Thank you,
Yeah,
Catherine.
that's a
It's her
better word.
assets. Yeah, don't worry. I know liquidation because that was my example. Okay, so Eliza has entered into a significant amount of debt. She's able to pay the debt within 5 years. If she does not,
If she works really hard, she will not have to liquidate her assets.
Okay.
So we can just get rid of the one before. It was a total mess.
okay, mine was not right. Okay, so the explanation for this example.
Since her debt is not as steep, she was able to work with her creditors in order to make a plan to pay them back within 5 years. So this is a chapter 13 bankruptcy. Well, it doesn't avoid it avoids liquidation, but not bankruptcy because it's still a type of bankruptcy. Yeah. So we could just ask what kind of what chapter it is, what type of bankruptcy it is. Because we could say that it's a chapter, well, we could list all of them and then we could have one that says that it's a chapter 11 and a chapter 13, which would, because individuals can do a chapter 11, but they're more likely to do a chapter 13 because it's meant for individuals.
Chapter 11 is liquidation.
Chapter 7 is liquidation. Chapter 11 is reorganization. So you reorganize your company.
Chapter 13 is
repayment.
And then what's the last one that we can use? Or I guess we don't have to use these
Well,
ones.
We have to have 4, but we could do it. We could say both chapter 13 and 11 because they're very similar to one another. It's just that 13 is specifically for individuals.
Okay. So the correct answer, so I can just copy and paste it. Okay. So liquidation, one of the wrong answers. And then repayment is the correct answer, right?
Yes.
No, not A. I need it to be B. Okay. And then obviously the rest of these are wrong. C, C, and then the last one, D. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so the correct answer is chapter 13. So Eliza is able to make her payments.
And repay all of her debts within 5 years. Or reorganizing like a company.
I'll just say any asset. Okay, and then liquidation. I'm wanting to make. You need to liquidate any.
Because she worked with her creditors in order to make a repayment plan.
And then reorganization. Oh, it's not supposed to be bolted. Um, so chapter 13, which one was the one that you guys said was personal? That's 13, right?
So 11 is for individuals. Or you're right. 13 is for individuals. 11 is for companies. But individuals can use it if they want. But the chapter 13's more for the individuals.
Did you say companies or businesses?
Same thing.
Should I just leave it as, but it focuses on individuals and then it focuses
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So we have Eliza has entered into a significant amount of debt. She is able to pay the debt within 5 years. If she works hard and makes her payments, she does not have to liquidate her assets. What kind of bankruptcy is this? Chapter 7, liquidation, Chapter 13, repayment, Chapter 11, reorganization, or Chapter 11 and 13. So the correct answer is Chapter 13 for repayment. Eliza is able to make her payments and repay all of her debt within 5 years. She is not liquidating or reorganizing any assets. Wrong answer, liquidation. Eliza will not need to liquidate any assets because she worked with her creditors in order to make a payment plan. 2, reorganization. Eliza didn't need to reorganize anything to ensure she could make her payments. Chapter 11 and 13. 11 is focused on individuals and chapter 13 is focused on companies.
Great. Did you guys read the hypothetical problem?
I don't think so.
It's part of the reading material for this week.
What's that?
I saw it, but I haven't got it read yet.
Okay. We'll discuss it next week then, because we're supposed to go over it and like mark things that we've learned and discuss it, because it's going to be on the tests in the future. So
the test is, isn't it this week or?
Yeah, it opens this week.
What day is it this week?
I think it opens on Thursday.
Oh, but it's due for Tuesday. Yeah.
That's how it usually is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's due June 8th. So we have a week, 1 week from today.
Yeah, but I don't think it opens until Thursday.
No, yeah, I don't think it does either. Let me look really quickly. Yeah, it doesn't. It says the quiz is locked until June 3rd at 12 a.m.
So, do you know what you want for your wedding dress? Do you have a plan?
I don't, because we're sticking to a really strict budget because his family's from Taiwan. And
Oh.
so we're getting married here. We're getting married at Newport Beach Temple, and we're gonna have a reception here. But then my family has to fly out to Taiwan, and like we have to get like cars and hotels and all that stuff. And so that is kind of incorporated into the wedding budget. And so hopefully I can just I don't think I'm gonna find anything today, especially because dresses in California aren't known for their modesty.
That's fair
Like
to
we
say.
don't have like Marjean's bridal or like anything like
yeah.
that. It's like David's bridal. And I don't think that they have a ton of like super modest dresses.
I got my wedding dress at a little shop in Newport Beach.
Did
Was-
you?
First dress I tried on. I was absolutely in love with it. And I told my mom, this is it. She goes, no, you need to try on more dresses. I'm like, no. I tried on 2 more dresses and we bought the first dress I tried on.
Really?
Yeah.
We're not engaged yet, but we want to have a really short engagement. So we're starting to plan our wedding first, then get engaged, then get very out of order. But just because there's so much planning that has to happen, we
Yeah.
have to start planning first.
Logistics of it all. My daughter got married last summer, August 1st. And so I'm still recovering from all of it.
I'm like already so stressed. Like my dad sat me down and he was like, "This is the budget. Don't go over." And I was like, "Stop yelling at me!" Like it's so stressful. So yeah, it's stressful. But I'm gonna send the document to you, Courtney.
Okay.
Is there anything that we need to go over? I don't want you guys to feel like we have to rush just because I can leave early. We can still work on things.
No,
no.
the only thing was the hypothetical problem.
And we haven't done our homework yet. So we will, Courtney. Don't give up on us.
Okay, I'm sending it now. Okay, I sent you it. I feel like this one was really easy. I feel like normally we think of questions that are like try to trick people.
This time we went short and simple, and
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Honestly, I
No.
still think it's a good question because I think that the reorganization would confuse some people because they'd be like, oh, well, maybe she
Yeah.
has to reorganize like her schedule and like she has to reorganize for the overthinkers in the class. Like, oh,
Well-
she might have to reorganize this and this and this to make her payments.
obviously it tripped me up this week. So you know.
Okay, I did liquidation. I'm not even on my game.
We're on
Okay,
it.
did you get it?
Yeah, I did. I'm saving it right now.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good week.
Thank
Yeah.
you, and thanks for being fast. Sorry to like
Keep us updated on the wedding.
pressure everyone.
Good luck to
Okay, have
you.
a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.